I like how you work, man.
Welcome.
It's good. I like that, dude. I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He's got back and head.
He's got that fucking like look on his face where it's like,
Who is that, me?
yeah, you, dude. Or if like I was in bed with you, dude, I don't think I could like.
Look
I
me in
don't
the
think
eyes.
I could handle you, dude. I don't like. I feel like when you cross that threshold, you might become more beast than man.
What are you
Beast
doing?
on you.
Beast on you, a little
Dude,
bit,
dude. That's another thing I really enjoy. That. Do it. Do it.
Beast.
I can sense you.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Pop that.
I really like it. I really like it.
All right, on to the spooky stuff.
Hey, am I?
Yeah.
You started it again, dude.
Yeah.
Am I
Dude,
back
Yeah,
for
you're
another
back.
one,
You're
dog?
back for another one.
I earned it, dude. Did I get my job, bro?
Still in the room. Hell yeah.
Did I nail the interview?
Intern Fred, no.
Intern. I'm just here trying to make it.
We're back, SpookiBoiz.
Follow Fred's OnlyFans.
SpookiBoiz After Dark.
What?
We're back with the scariest thing you've ever heard, aside from your father taking a dump at 2 a.m.
Ooh, that is.
And then followed by.
Isn't it weird that every
lusty
dad-
love making?
Oh, no!
Every dad takes the shit the same way, dude. Isn't that weird?
Grunting, just noise.
They're
They
just
fall
doing their
asleep and
best.
It's okay.
You know, they're trying.
I am your host, as always, Robert. I got Cedric with me, and I got Fred. Fred's here for an episode.
I'm here again, dude. It's 2 in a row.
Yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
hot. That's
We're...
I like it.
It's gonna be so scary. Yeah.
I like spooky ones, man. I have so many of those.
Somebody's gonna be listening to this and be like expecting something actually scary.
That's not actually scary.
Half of it is us moaning. And
You have an orgasm. Is that
Dude, I
scary,
take hard offense to that. What do you mean actually scary, bro?
takes hard offense to it.
What do you mean
Dude!
actually having an orgasm?
No, dude. That story. Did we joke around when we were telling the Phoenix story? Because that Phoenix story is scary.
That Phoenix story was kind of creepy.
But you were like actually scary. I'm like, come on, really, bro? Was it not scary?
No,
You gotta.
that's not
We
what I
need to
meant.
post the video
That's
then
not
so you
what
can
I
see
will
it.
post the video.
You know, it is because we're all joking when we talk and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like that shit was scary, man.
That shit is fucking creepy, dude. I watched that video.
And then, dude, because me and Seti were doing so much of the paranormal whatever back in the whole summer. Hannah wanted to for my birthday wanted to get me a bunch of like ghost hunting equipment. She bought me, what did she get me? She gave me a K2. She got me a tape recorder. What else did she give me? She got me EMF
K2.
reporter. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's
Not the shitty weed variant.
Yeah.
what is a K2? Is that a weed
K2 is a
variant?
drug.
That's
K2
funny. I did
is
not
a
know
drug.
that.
But it's like what was it?
It was like synthetic weird weed.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's how
It
simple.
was like
I am.
salvia. You can get it
I didn't know
everywhere
that
and
was
you
a
don't realize
thing.
it's fucking bad.
Like actually bad for you. Anyway,
But she got me a lot of ghost hunting equipment. And for my birthday, I wanted to do something like kind of chill in a way. So we went to this. Dang it! Where did we stay? Fuck, man, that's bad. I should have.
should have remembered, dude.
Why? Hang on a second. I'll ask her, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second.
Today's subject is EVPs. And if you don't know what EVPs are, electronic voice phenomena are sounds found on electronic devices and recordings that many interpret as the voices of spirits of the dead, demonic entities, or other phenomena. So, like fucking ghosts and shit, dude.
Crazy stuff, man.
Crazy shit.
And I never believed in that stuff, really. Like,
I don't think I have either, to some extent.
I like to be scared, but I'm a man of proof. For sure. I want proof. And when we stayed there, and Hannah's going to tell me the name of it, it was the Terrace Inn in Petoskey. Terrace Inn. Google it.
The
T-E-R.
terrorists in.
Nah, the terrorist.
T-E-R-R-A-C-E.
T-E-R-R-A-C-E.
Behind the Al-Qaeda.
Stop it! Listen. Terrace, dude. Listen, no, it's one of the most haunted hotels in Michigan, right?
Right.
So apparently, there's a lot of stuff, dude. I wanted Hannah to be on here so she could tell you, like, because I'm sure she remembers some of the background. But there's a couple people who passed away in it. Right. Blah blah blah. All right. So we wanted to stay in. I think it was room 214. It was a place where a mom committed suicide, or she died in childbirth. That's what it was. She died in childbirth. Right? So we stayed in the room, dude. And you want to talk about EVPs, bro? I don't think I had any EVPs, but I did get a lot of weird, super weird stuff, dude. Like, I stepped out of the room for a second to try to, like, antagonize the spirit a little bit. Right. And I started walking down the hallway, and
bagging shit.
I'm asking for a sign.
Come on, you fucking idiot!
Kind of. Pretty fucking much. I'm asking
you're
for...
You're gonna punch the ghost in the face?
Yeah, dude. No, I'm just asking for a sign. I don't care what it is. You can touch me. You can make anything move. And something fell off of, like, a little, like, table that's sitting there. And I just kind of turned around, and I didn't even think about it. I was just like, that's not a sign. I literally picked it up and walked away, and I'm like, wait a minute. That's weird. It's weird stuff, dude. Like, it's really weird. I got a lot of K2 spikes. Like, it's crazy, dude. And I never got anything like that. Me and Cedric have never tried things inside of these places we were exploring because I didn't have these equipment yet. But I kind of want to go back to do any of these explorations that we've had and check out these places we've explored with the equipment that I've got, because I'm sure we'll get some shit, man, because we've weird stuff. But
all right, well, with that, let's get into some of the notes that I took on fucking EVPs.
Ooh.
Typically, due to the device used and the nature of electronic recording devices, they're typically short sentences, phrases, normally the length of a single word.
Yeah.
Sometimes used devices could be radios utilizing AM stations and static frequencies, cassette and digital recordings, as well as television stations, like you know, like you have like the fucking TV unplugged and shit, and like the static's just going like. Yeah. Typically, it's like shit like that. You can try to use to contact the dead. Whoa.
Dude, there's a lot of interesting like apps you can get on the it's whatever the word one is. I'm trying to figure out the one that like says the words for you.
I know what you're talking about. It's got like a library of words where it's like.
Yeah, exactly. And like you leave it out and then you ask it questions and it responds to you. There's a if I say a name for a YouTube, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Twins Paranormal. They're on YouTube, and they support this app that they use, and I forget what the fuck it's called. I'm gonna ask Hannah again, dude. And they use it, and they literally get a lot of like really corresponding responses to like a lot of this stuff, and it's actually crazy. Hannah still has it.
All right. Let me see something here. Many scientists say this is a phenomenon purely caused by auditory or audible pareidolia, which is a process by which the human brain recognizes.
Recognizes?
A rigmarole.
Rigmarole.
Many scientists say this is a phenomenon purely caused by auditory and audible pareidolia, which is a process by which the human brain recognizes shapes and patterns and sounds in places and things where there are none. So it's for audible pareidolia, it's called apophenia. Apophenia.
Is that where you see something, or is that when a device sees something?
That's when you hear something that could be misconstrued as like, oh, that's a word.
Yeah. Man, I feel like that is, dude. I don't know if you watch these ghost videos, but like they always put subtitles of what he thinks he's hearing, and then because he has the subtitles,
Ghost Adventures.
Yeah, because there's really subtitles, you hear it too because you're reading it. You know what I'm saying? I wish they'd stop doing that so you can like self-interpret what it's saying. Yeah. Because there is a noise, but like who knows what it's actually saying? Right. And I don't like that too much. But you self-interpret what you want to hear. Yeah. That shit is, but you still hear something. That's the thing, bro. What is that noise?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're looking for something, you're gonna find it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like if I'm looking for a noise, if I'm not looking for a noise and I hear a stick fall in the woods, I'm gonna disregard that. But if I'm looking for it, I'm going to make that stick fall.
Yeah.
Like I'm losing my mind now. Like, oh my God, that's a sign from the afterlife. Like that's crazy.
Yep.
So that's why I'm into concrete proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. When the responses are like clear enough and like snappy enough, like directly after your response that are like obviously fucking related.
Sometimes you can actually hear it.
Like, then I'm like, but otherwise, like if there's shit like Ghost Adventures where they just like, oh, put the fucking lettering under it.
When it's so popular, like Ghost Adventures is.
Yeah.
I try not to take that so serious, man.
Yeah.
Because that's
like
just content.
Yeah.
Their early shit was like clearly like they put a lot of passion.
Do you have anybody that you watch?
Me personally?
Like anybody, yeah.
I mean, there's like top 10 videos and shit.
You're talking about like Nuke's Top 5 and shit like that?
Yeah.
See, Nuke's Top 5 is really good.
King Frostmere.
I never heard of that one.
There's this other dude named Carmel House Maine.
House of the Ghost of Carmel, Maine.
Ghost of Carmel, Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's hosted. He's featured on Nuke's Top 5 all the time.
Yeah. And fucking King Frostmere went to his fucking house.
Oh, that's fucking sweet.
And they like recorded shit together and like.
So his house is haunted?
Yes, dude.
No,
he
lets people come into his fucking house.
But my dude, like, there's some things where I see it and I'm just like, that's so easily faked.
Yeah.
Like when I hear noises in the other room, when just so happens that your camera's facing that way, and then you hear a noise coming from that room, like 15 seconds later, I'm like, that's so staged. But like, this guy's got some weirdest shit going on in his house where I'm just like, how is that fake? It can't be fake.
Like, I think there was like the one instance where he heard something like ruffling around in his room.
And then he looks up.
He went into his room and he sees like it looks like a cat.
Yes,
or
it does.
A person jumping through the fucking window.
But it's long.
Running across.
That's not a regular feline you'd see now. That's like a cougar.
No, what the fuck?
The thing was big.
He's like, oh shit! And he fucking runs out. And I know that it's like at least partially real because he lets people come into his fucking house.
Yeah.
Wait, so okay, was it a ghost cougar or did a real ass cougar just
But
jump
he
into
doesn't
the
think
window?
it's a cat at all. It just looks like one. He thinks it's a regular person manifesting. But it looks like it when you slow it down. It kind of looks like a feline. It's weird.
Yeah, it's real fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Despite this, many have claimed the clarity and attention of these spiritual responses are proof enough. You know, there's shit like spirit boxes. You know, catching shit from TV stations and CB radios. But, you know, at the same time, like, some of it could also... You know how, like, videos artifact and, like, kind of, like, mess up a little bit?
Yeah. It's like...
Like, audio and shit has the same thing where you can hear the pixelation of the audio. And it's a weird, like, sensation. But, like... It happens. It happens with fucking audio where shit can be, like, just as misconstrued.
Well, like you mean interference-wise? Like, it's...
Yeah. Yep.
So, like, it's weird when you have no interference at all. Like, this man's got an hour-long video, and then, like, just so happens when weird shit's happening, he's got audio and visual interference. That's strange.
Yeah.
That's weird stuff. Like, and I don't know how you fake that. So you can't fake that stuff.
No, you can't fake all of the things.
You can't fake interference. How do you make your phone suddenly bug out? You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's weird stuff.
You mean electronics are fucking up and you're seeing things manifest?
Like you randomly lose audio.
Yeah.
Or you randomly like lose visual and it's starting to fuzz. Like it's just, that's weird stuff.
I have a weird story about this.
Let's hear it.
What you got?
I feel like I experienced this before, and of course, I'm with fucking Lewis, because Lewis got cursed in Mexico when he was a young lad. No, he didn't, but I swear, weird shit happens around him.
We see a fucking exorcism.
Yeah, so I mean, who knows? Maybe he was a part of it for a minute. They tried to give him the cross, but he was too scared. They're like, all right, bro.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
I knew it. I didn't hear what you said, but I just fucking knew it was Mexico. Sorry.
But we're sitting in my basement. We're trying to record music off of Audacity. And we get like a good minute and a half of some guitar work going. And it starts to like mess up. Like there just starts to be like a bunch of like lines and like a bunch of like weird interference. And we're like, all right, this is fucking bizarre. Now, we've talked about the house that we were in the past, where this house is notoriously fucking just weird. People hearing their names randomly called.
You talking about Lewis's dad's house?
No, we're talking about my mom's house.
Yeah, man. Dude, your house on Colonial was fucking also weird.
No, it was. I think
Brother,
are
you drunk? You never lived on Capitol. You mean Laclede?
Laclede, sorry. It's right there. Both streets are pointless.
We talked a little bit about it on the last Ghost Stories episode.
Yeah.
But do you have any stories there, Fred?
At his mom's house? Not on Laclede. No. Actually, I was there for a couple scenarios where they were getting some weird shit in their basement. Cedric's basement was weird. And I'll tell you this, man. And I'm as skeptical as they come, dude. Right. And seriously skeptical, bro. But it's something weird, and his house is just built really well. Let me just put it like this. So, there'll be a lot of noise upstairs, right? Outside, upstairs. Go to the basement, it's silent. And when I don't know, you're not used to having something complete silence, but when there is complete silence from a lot of noise, shit can get eerie pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
But Cedric's basement was strange, man. So where the doors, it's so silent down there, no gust or anything, but somehow this door's moving. Why is the door moving? And then you hear stuff from his back room, moving around. Where is it coming from? It's just weird. Voices, dude. I'm sure Cedric's got some stories about voices in his fucking basement, dude. I'm sure Lewis does. Dylan does.
I do.
You do. I was gonna say that now. I was somebody else, but it was you. What do you got?
What was one time that I think I might have told this story.
Yeah,
before,
you did.
But just to recap, I was in the basement. I was fucking around on my computer or some shit because we were trying to do the podcast shit back then too. But I didn't really know how to do the shit. But
we used to do it in the living room too.
Yeah, I was fucking around with it, and you guys had gone outside. I assumed to the garage. Now I'm thinking in my head, I'm okay, they're in the garage. When I'm done, I'll just go out there. And I was finishing up, and somebody from the fucking side of me was "Hey, Robert," in our friend Zach's voice. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
Because you were 100% alone.
Yep.
100%.
I remember you telling me so.
I ran around the fucking house. I ran around the house, opening all the doors. I was somebody's fucking with me. Somebody's fucking with me. So I run out to the fucking garage, and nothing. I'm okay, what the fuck was that? So I literally ran to the fucking park around the street. And you guys were at the fucking park.
Yeah, weird. Dude, I don't know what it is about basements. Not just Cedric's basement. His basement at Colonial was also fucking weird. But his basement, it's always basements. What is it, dude?
I don't know.
And I'm, like I said, I am skeptical as it comes, man. But I was, this is 2017.
It's an energy thing where it's underground.
And these are new houses too. People are oh, is it a new old house? Nah, bro. Hannah's mom house is kind of fucking new, dude. And I'm in her basement alone playing Friday the 13th. This is 2017. That game is amazing. I wish it wasn't anymore, dude. I wish that the game was not fucking trash anymore, but it was so good at the time. I'm just playing. So I'm getting a little into it, and I hear Fred, and I'm just yeah. And I'm listen, and I'm who just called me? I'm alone in the house. What is it about hearing people calling your name when you're in the fucking basement? What is it, dude?
I have no fucking
It's
idea
weird.
what it is.
Because everybody's story, I guarantee you, it has to do with the basement or the attic.
It seems to be a weird phenomenon where maybe it's due to fucking whatever weird magnetic fields are in the area. And plus it's underground.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
So at the same time, maybe it's running into power lines and creating some sort of auditory hallucination.
Why are you hearing your name? Oh, hallucination. I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe, man. There's got to be an explanation.
I think that there's...
Whether it's paranormal or not.
It's a double-sided sword, too. On the other side of the spectrum, I think it's more of the nuance of the basement has always been this place of fear.
Yeah.
Every, scary movie, it's always... All right, it's all fun and games. Ha ha ha. Little Timmy dropped his ball down the stairs. He goes down the stairs to get it, and then shit just gets real fucking strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's a thing where
And you know, at the same time, sorry to cut you off, but what Cedric just said, it's from all those movies or whatever where they say, and they say ghosts feed off of fear.
Yeah.
So maybe you're just more scared being in a basement, and that's why you start feeding off.
The social perception of being inside of a basement is oh, there's some spooky shit down here.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a thing where you kind of give it whatever is there some kind of energy to where it's I can like actually fuck with this dude a little bit and get a little bit
because I can sense his spirit a little while. Like, yeah, man. But I'm not scared. But like, maybe it's just like easy to scare me in a basement. You know what I mean? Like if I hear it in this room right now, we're going to disregard it because it's sunny outside and there's a window right there.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Like we could be in a abandoned building and we'd be hearing some weird shit probably. It'd be fucking us up and who knows what it is. It just matters on where you're at. So maybe ghosts do feed off of fear. Maybe that is an actual thing.
It's weird that it's like in places where there's never really been like people living there before. Like maybe there were people living there in like the 60s or some shit that moved out and the house was abandoned since. Hey, nobody ever experienced a goddamn thing. Nobody was ever murdered there. Nothing.
You know what though, man? That's when you can get deeper and scarier, and you can get into demons because where demons can fuck with you anywhere based on like the good book, you know what I mean? Like they can fuck with you anywhere. If you're at a dark place in your life, they can mess with you. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter the time of day or nothing.
Right? There's a theory that says like demons could just be like some spirit or something from a higher dimension, that the only way it can reach out through people is through their minds. Yeah. So like something that starts out as like a nagging, like, hey, do this.
I love that you said in your minds, bro.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
Knock this off the counter.
So the illusion of fear is created by these entities.
In your head, false evidence appearing real.
Totally psychic. Just knock that over. Get a little bit more angrier than you used to.
So, dude, Robert, I know. Cedric's blocking me right now. Look at my face, dude. Will you come somewhere with us? We can record some stuff.
Sure, we can do it.
Because you're always scared. Hey, listen, me and Cedric are on edge, but I wouldn't say Cedric and I are scared. With you there, bro, you might be scared. We might get some quality proof of this shit, dude.
Well, I'm going to be like Aaron in Ghost Adventures. All right, we're going to lock you inside of the fucking morgue for 12 hours.
No, listen, man. We're just gonna be casual because I feel like you're a little bit like about all this shit. There's a reason you dropped us off at Southwestern and you didn't fucking come in with us. Right. You know what I mean, dude?
Well, that was more of like, there's security everywhere, and I'm fat. I'm not fat.
No, and unfortunately,
100% cannot outrun.
We can dust you.
Cedric will.
Cedric will. That happen.
Yeah, dude. Cedric will take blame, bro. He will. That's what Cedric does. He's prepared. I'm serious. He was like, you guys run this way, I'll lead them that way. And that's how he does.
Burn them. They better have a track star with them. I will burn the fuck out of it.
Yeah, man, those cops, dude, they know cops in shape, bro. Now, off topic, what's up with all the cops that are out of shape? Come on. Like, seriously. But, yeah.
Hey, it's Detroit. Nobody's doing their fucking job, right?
Yeah.
They're not. Bro, in the middle of quarantining downtown, and me and Cedric just driving right through it. Like, hey, you know.
Coming through.
But yeah.
So I guess you know that shit with like calling your voice, like calling your name, like voices just randomly calling your fucking name, is sort of like a weird play on EVPs. There's also some theories. I'm sorry, there's also some theories that if you hear your name when you're alone, it's a sign of intelligence, a sign of genius, and it's weird. But there's so many theories out there, man. You just have to believe. Yeah, Google that up. There's more stuff to that, but like there's just so many theories, and that's why it makes it so interesting to like look into. You know what I mean? There's so many weird stuff to that. Well,
who knows? You know?
Yeah, it could just totally be like, you know, you're in a place because you know there's that room where there's like padding everywhere to the point where you can't hear anything. Yeah. Like it's the quietest room in the world or whatever the fuck it's
like
called.
Cedric's fucking basement on Euclid.
And when you're alone, like totally alone with your thoughts, you can like even hear your pulse going, and like you can like when you're listening and shit, you hear like auditory hallucinations, like your name and like hey, like shit like that.
Same with the Bloody Mary stuff. All right, that's crazy that you say audio because that shit messes with you in visual stuff shit too, dude. Have you ever heard of Bloody Mary?
Yeah.
You know, so dude,
everyone knows Bloody Mary.
So You only do that shit in the dark. And
Right.
the only reason you do it in the dark is because you say Bloody Mary. It's got nothing to do with Bloody Mary. But when you're staring at yourself in the mirror in the dark so long, your brain starts creating these fictional monsters. Like your brain thinks your face is moving and all this weird stuff. So like you're not seeing Bloody Mary, you're seeing yourself, but it's just your brain that literally gets bored.
Your eyes are fucking with you, and it's like
your eyes are adjusting.
Yeah, you're looking like your brain is actively looking.
Getting
for
bored.
weird shit.
It literally does get bored. Your brain can. That is.
We can't see in the dark, but after a while, your eyes will adjust, and eventually you will.
But that's why you have to do it with the lights
shapes.
off. There's always these weird niches, dude. Like none of that shit's real because it's always these weird things. Like you can only do it with the lights off. Stuff like that.
It's like Occam's razor, right? Like the most boring answer is usually like the real one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, dude, this stuff is so I mean it poses the question, bro, is like are ghosts real or are they in your head? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows, bro? But that's what me and Cedric were trying to do when we were exploring is to figure it out if what's but and I never caught anything before and we've caught some shit where I'm still skeptical on it. Like who knows?
Well, speaking of catching shit,
what are you catching?
I got some EVPs play.
What? Dude,
yeah, I brought up a bunch of EVPs on different ones on YouTube and stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna list the sources in the like description and shit.
I'm scared actually.
Yeah.
I literally where did you? I'm not even gonna know. All right.
So this first one comes from Ghost Hunt Weekends. It says most terrifying EVP recording, horrified disembodied ghost voice, whatever. And a little about where it was filmed. It's called the Thomas House Hotel. Thomas House Hotel is known for its rich history with moving beds, dark figures, cold spots, disembodied voices, and feelings of terror are regularly experienced here. Built in 1890 as a resort spa to the elite, it has been witness to 3 fires, deaths, numerous murders, accidents, and even one-time home for a cult.
Where is it at?
The location also sits atop. I'll get to that in a second. Sits atop an underground spring in Limousine. It is on the intersect of two creeks and a crossroad, and also sits on the path of an ancient Indian trail.
That's never a good thing.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't call it that name, by the way. It's a little racist. No.
Stop. Bro, you don't get me started on this stuff. All right.
This location should keep even the most seasoned ghost hunter on their guard. And I think this place is... Doesn't say the location of it.
Does it say the location? Where does it say it was Thomas House?
Thomas House Hotel.
You could easily Google that, I feel like.
I feel like you could easily Google it.
Yeah.
Which I will do right now.
Yeah. Because we gotta tell them where that's at, dude.
Oh, wait, I had hentai pulled up. Sorry, just a second.
Stop. Don't bring that to this.
Stop it. This is SpookiBoiz After Dark.
It is in Red Boiling Springs, Tennessee.
Red Boiling Springs.
What's the place called again?
Thomas House Hotel.
Thomas House Hotel.
Red Boiling Springs. That is a crazy name for a city or a town.
Right.
What the fuck?
So it was Saturday, March 9th, 2019. Disembodied man's voice captured in seance room.
I'm excited.
So I guess they have an entire fucking seance room.
Playing that shit, dude.
So it's weird. You can sort of hear it.
She says, that place Cedric's showing me it looks like Henderson Castle.
It does a little bit.
Very old-timey and colonial.
Yeah.
All right, so
and it's in Tennessee.
They're about to play, right? You didn't play it already, right?
I played a little bit of it just now, but
no. But did you play the EVP of like the disembodied voice?
Well, here, listen.
All right.
So it's gonna be the lady interviewing him on the little tape recorder thing, and you can hear like a raspy voice in the background.
I heard P.
It sounded like Stevie to me.
Could have been Stevie, could have been Katie, could have been...
She was like, "Can you tell me your name?" And then it sounded like Stevie.
Stevie, Pete, something.
Petey or Stevie.
That's what I heard. Yeah, P. I definitely heard P. Like, that's crazy.
Here,
that was
Want
nobody.
to take a closer look at it?
Are you sure that was nobody? Nobody in the room.
Could have been.
All right, let me back up a little bit.
Steve.
I like how they did that. They
Sounded
didn't
like
make subtitles
Steve.
telling us what they said.
No.
They let you interpret it.
Yeah.
I like that. There's definitely something there. That's crazy.
And it doesn't just sound like artifacting or, whatever auditory shit could be going on.
No, that's a voice.
Doesn't
That's a
sound like
whispery
somebody
voice.
like moving over the microphone. It just sounds like
What's that?
Steve or some shit.
That's fake.
No, that is fake. It just looks like it could be like even like a statue or something, but is it weird?
Is it creepy? Yeah. Should it be there? No.
Yeah.
So
I hear P. I just keep hearing P.
I hear Pete or Steve.
Next.
It's weird as fuck.
Next, we're gonna play an episode of Ghost Adventures. No, we're just kidding.
Stop. Listen. Doesn't that sound like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play it again. One more time.
Just one last time here.
I am Pete.
Oh, of course there's going to be
An ad.
when I try to play.
So-
Oh, that was the last time, dude.
No. Play it one more. Because that's what I keep hearing. I am Pete.
All right.
Dude, I am Pete. That's what I hear. I don't know
It
about
sounds
you.
more like an S though.
Where do you hear
It sounds like a Steve.
Really? Maybe. You could be right, man. There's definitely a vowel in there.
The Steve Buscemi haunting.
Maybe.
Yeah. So that was the first one. I got a couple more.
Thanks for playing that an extra time.
Yeah. No, totally. I got another here. Oh my god, my ear.
That's wild.
This is one of the most famous ones.
From where?
We heard it as a kid. Well, it's not one that we heard, but it's a pretty popular YouTube video. And this one is called "I Have the Body of a Pig." I have the body of a pig.
Fuck.
This EVP was
I think
recorded
I've heard of this one.
during work with a group that apparently this dude is no longer legally entitled to name nor claim association with. It was in a secret location during his tenure as a special guest and resident expert with a group that he can't name. And they were checking a location where apparently there was reputed to be hauntings there or some shit. I don't know the full details behind this video. But here is the audio without processing.
The fuck was that?
Sounds like somebody saying, "I have the body of a pig." Oink, 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 oink.
I don't hear that. Sonny, what do you hear?
No, listen.
Oh, listen. Yeah, it does sound like that. I am
So-
the body
so-
of a pig.
Pause it. Because that's the same thing, man. When you told me what to listen for, I heard it.
Yeah.
But when I didn't know what to listen for, I didn't hear that at all.
But
But
you
then when
did
I was
hear
making
something.
it, I am the body of a pig. Oink, oink. Yeah, dude, I did hear it after you said it because my brain was
Filled in
trying
the
to
gaps.
figure out what you were thinking.
Right.
I was trying to hear what you were hearing, so I heard it. That's why it can be interpreted anyway. When I first heard it, was, but it was definitely not natural.
You could hear a little, and it's wait, what the fuck? And
is there subtitles
the
in that?
the only reason you could hear it with the subtitles and shit is because he processed the audio a little bit.
Does
so
it
that you
say
can hear it.
what he thinks it's saying in the subtitles?
Yeah.
So, is "I am the body of the pig"? Wink, wink, wink.
Yeah.
That's why you hear it, man.
But if you listen to it before that, without listening to it. And it does sound like it has a British accent, too. And it's slowed down.
They have it slowed down?
I have the body of a pig.
I hear it, but only after I fucking...
Try to hear with a British accent, though.
No, listen, I'll say that I hear the entire syllables and everything that you're saying. I hear something, though. That's weird.
Yeah. Here's why that one is creepy to me, especially. It's because my family was highly, highly religious. And in the Bible, there's this fucking story where the demon legion, it's like a legion of different fucking demons and shit, inhabits the body of like some fucking dude. And when Jesus casts out like this fucking entity out of this guy, he throws it into the body of a pig.
Oh, wow, man.
Yeah. So that's a weirdly deep cut, but also like a pretty famous religious story and shit.
So it could be a demon.
Yeah.
It could be.
Could be. It's fucking creepy, dude. And it's like, why would it choose like to say that specifically?
Of all things.
Yeah. If not to like try to get that religious context behind it.
If it was clear, I'd be on board with you. Yes, it sounds like that. Could be sounding like that perfectly. Once you tell somebody what it says, you do hear it. But
do you want to hear it close up?
You can hear it close up?
Did you want to hear it close up?
Oh, with me? Yeah, because your phone is across the fucking room. You're right. Let's see.
Because it might sound a little bit better here.
I'm going to listen clear. Is this where it's at? Should I just unpause it for where it's at?
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, I for sure hear it now.
I wish you could see my face right now.
It's creepy. It's one of the most famous like EVPs.
Brother, I'm sorry I doubted you. You were across the room.
Oh no, you're fine.
I am the body of the pig. What? I heard that clear as day.
It's one of the most famous.
I had my eyes closed. I was in it, dude. I was just trying to listen. That's what I heard.
It's rough, dude. Like when you hear it, you're like, "Ooh."
What do you think that is, man?
It could be anything. Like honestly, like yeah, they're like apparently the building they were in reported to be haunted and shit. It's reported that people heard voices and shit in it, but like
that's so weird, man. That was so weird, man.
Don't worry, bro. I have the body of a pig too.
Stop it. That's so weird.
You're looking in a mirror.
Fuck. I hate you.
As you grab your stomach.
Apparently the ghost is very self-conscious about his weight.
Seth used to do that, man.
Yeah. I have the body of a pig. You just slam the door on yourself.
Yeah.
Right,
damn, bro. What else you got over there?
So I got another one here. What is it? 125 in the video. I'm pulling it up now. This is by Relic Recoverist. Now this person, she does videos where she like kind of looks with like a metal detector for shit. She doesn't really like this isn't her like forte or anything. Like most of her videos are literally just her like digging for like, you know, like weird shit that people may have left out or, you know, just kind of like normal everyday stuff. It's not a ghost channel at all. And that's what kind of rings true to me is like shit that's not particularly like
Duke's Top 5 does that all the time. He tells us this channel is not known for ghost hunting videos. She usually does blah blah blah. That stuff is usually pretty tempting. Like you believe that shit.
Yeah, and I guess this lady was, she was doing metal detecting outside of an abandoned house, and she kind of like asked around like, "Hey, is it okay for me to do this here?" And for the most part, people said it was okay. And I guess while she was recording, she heard a fucking voice, and here is. She pulls out a coin. She,
It stops me. And I go back and I listen to it again. And I'm thinking, that's not me. Like, that doesn't even sound like me. So I listen to it again. I'm like, no, that's not me. So
while she was like kind of talking to herself, you could hear a "look at it," and like the fucking. That was like the loudest part of the video, and she was like kind of fucking with this coin, and she was kind of talking to herself like, "Oh, look at this is cool here," and like the voice just sort of comes out of nowhere.
Goes from regular talking to a fucking whisper.
Yeah.
it stops me. And I go back and I listen to it again. And I'm thinking, that's not me. Like, that doesn't even sound like me.
Was she on any drugs or anything like that?
No, she looks totally normal person.
Is it video?
Yeah, it's a video.
All right, we gotta let me see it, and then we need to get a monitor to play this over the entire thing, so I don't have to do this shit.
Here you go.
Give me this. All right, let's see what's going on here.
It just randomly says, "Look at it."
You can kind of see the rim. It's probably gonna be nothing. Look at it. Alright, let's see. And it stops me. And I go back and I listen to it again. Look at it. And I'm thinking, that's not me. Like, that doesn't even sound like me. So I listen to it again. Look at it. I'm like, no, that's not me. So I call Andrew over and I'm like, listen to this. And he comes over and he's listening to it. He's like, well, that's weird. So I get this idea to slow down the clip. And I get instant chills.
Yeah, man. Give her a shout out. Relic, what is it? Recoverist?
Yeah. Relic Recoverist.
That's crazy.
That is weird.
At the same time,
You can kind of also see how
she was
sounds,
whispering though.
Yeah,
and it did
and
sound like her a little bit.
Yeah. So I can't totally be like, "Oh, this is fucking true," but like it is kind of fucking creepy. But at the same time,
Hey, if she's telling the truth, it's creepy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. If it was like a blatant man's voice,
Right.
then I'd be like, "What the fuck?" But like, it could have been her. Because she was whispering beforehand, too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
So,
I would say so, yeah.
some stuff is, What was it about the quarter? It just looks like a quarter that she found on the ground.
Yeah, it was just like a normal-looking quarter. She was like, look at the rim, look at it. And you can kind of see how it would be like, oh, that's totally her. You know what I mean? So I got another thing here. This is from EVPvoices.info. It's a person who goes to different places in the UK and does paranormal investigations. And again, their name is EVP-voices.info. And this is from Hever Castle, and I guess this took place in August 23rd, 2020 in Kent, England. And if you don't know Hever Castle, it was built in the 13th century by Geoffrey Boleyn in 1462. His son inherited the castle in 1505 and lived with his wife Elizabeth Howard and their children, George, Mary, and Anne Boleyn, who later became Henry VIII's second wife. who was actually executed by fucking Henry VIII.
That place looks so creepy.
Yeah, very fucking creepy. Hever, Kent, England.
Oak House.
Yeah. Oof. I don't like the look of this place, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
it
pretty,
looks
pretty eerie.
creepy.
So pretty much, after Thomas's death in 1539, Hever was property of the crown and was given to Anne of Cleves, who was Henry VIII's fourth wife. So he fucking took a wife's house that he executed and in the divorce lost it to his fourth fucking wife. Was given to her in their divorce settlement in 1540. Over the generations, it was passed along until the Guthrie family purchased the property in 1983 and still own the property. It is now a hotel/historical site where people can buy tickets for rooms and tours. And I'm not sure if they do like the thing where they like kind of market the fucking paranormal aspect of the place. But for the most part, apparently there are many, there are like a lot of like claims that it's fucking creepy, like people hearing people walking around at night, people hearing like in places where they shouldn't be, hearing voices at night. But it's also like it's a hotel, too. But I think it's not totally open to the public right now. As well,
Because of COVID, right?
Yeah, because of COVID.
That's the same thing we had at the Terrace Inn. It was like they were like, oh, I mean, it is a hotel, and I'm like, yeah. But here we're going in the middle of a pandemic where there's nobody there. We're literally the only guests in this fucking place, besides like maybe one person on the bottom floor.
Oh, that's fucking terrifying.
I'm hearing shit. I'm like, it's a lot of noise for only two guests in this entire hotel, dude.
Yeah.
So the pandemic, bro, is the perfect time to like, try to debunk some stuff, dude.
Explore the paranormal.
Yeah, especially when like not everything is open to the public, so you're not going to get that many people. So here's the first one. I'm not going to tell you what it says, but I will tell you this. There are many aristocratic titles associated with Hever. Without knowing which era this gentleman lived in, it's impossible to know who he is or who his wife is.
The fuck was that?
Try to listen to it again.
Hit me up. Okay. And that's the I'm not walking by my lady. Why not, my lord?
I'm not waking my lady.
Oh, I'm not waking my lady. Why not, my lord?
And then you hear "Why not, my lord" in the background.
See,
it's very fucking weird.
It perfect syllables that can be like projected. Like I didn't hear that, but it's the exact syllable is what you need to hear it.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I heard it
because
right when you said it. Like,
but if you didn't tell me what it said, I wouldn't know what that said.
Me either.
Nip nop, nip nop. Fucking fourth kind talking.
I probably would have heard the second part because the first one just like sounds like yelling. Here, let me see.
So what was it though? Like was he talking?
Yeah, it sounds like somebody like she. Here, hold on just a sec. It sounds like the person who did these recordings, kind of set their shit up at night, and like just kind of like whatever record. So it could have been anything. But it's also like I don't think it's open to the public at all. So it doesn't make sense to me why they would just be like, that sort of talk in the fucking place.
It just sounded like steel grinding.
Yeah.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Like, but why not, my lord? It could easily be. It sounded
squeak,
like
squeak, squeak, squeak.
It did though, but you hear that, don't you? You don't hear why not, my lord. You hear squeak, 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 don't you?
All right. I'm no expert on torture methods, but I'm lost as to how wrapping a person's wrists may prevent them from speaking. If you are able to shed more light on this EVP, please do get in touch. And here's the EVP.
See? Don't tell me what that said yet because I can't
I'm not
tell you.
telling you what it says, but
Play it again one more time. I don't think me and
you
Cedric
don't
either.
hear anything from that?
No.
All right, hey, I'm not going to look at
One
it.
more
Hand me
time.
the phone and I'll play it. Play it, Cedric. Play it. Play it again. I'm trying not to look at what it says yet. I don't hear shit.
Okay, well, I'll say what it says. They wrap our wrists to silence us. And I didn't hear it until I read that.
That's weird. Okay.
That's really fucking weird.
But I didn't hear that, though.
I mean, wrapping your wrist would kill you. Like, if you wrapped it enough.
And I don't know anything about torture or anything like that myself either. So
Interesting.
This clip requires headphones to hear with any clarity. The voices are muted but clear in sound from some distance from my dictaphone, which is unusual in my and here is the actual recording itself. It's weird. You can't, I don't know, like you said, it's hard to like hear it without reading the subtitles.
Yeah.
What do you think it says?
Not see, I just hear a disembodied voice that I can't really understand what they're saying until I read the subtitles. Then I hear what they're saying clear as day.
Yeah.
It's weird how that works, doesn't it? But
It's definitely your brain filling
Yeah.
in the blanks.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because it's still, even when you're reading it, it's still a little subjective. Like, you know.
but I've heard and seen some videos where it's clear as day and I can hear it, and I hear it before he even tells me what I'm supposed to be hearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think it's saying?
Well, like I said, I just hear
Just noise?
pretty much.
Just audible garbage?
What do you hear?
I'll be honest, I don't hear it until I actually do read it.
See?
I
That's what I'm
feel
saying.
like I can make out parts of it. I can make out recorder and I can make out lady, but the rest of it I can't.
And read what it actually is saying.
It says this lady's got a recorder. I can't get it out of you.
That okay.
And it does sound like it does have a British accent.
Yeah.
I don't hear the accent.
Hear
me out. All right.
Ladies
Which one are you playing? Okay, I got it. One more time. Sorry. Man, I just think that whatever device they were using when they recorded this wasn't good enough. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been.
I don't know, man. That's my take on it, though.
Here is the last one. Apparently, this clip is a little noisy, but I found it humorous. I rarely see anything or anybody during visits, and I most certainly would never dream of pretending that I did. I wonder whom they might have been visited by before that did see them. I can't hear shit.
Dude, I just hear static. What the fuck?
I hear R. I actually hear R
I mean, R at the end.
in some of us.
Yeah,
I don't know,
hear
man.
some of us, but aside from that, I can't see. What it actually says is, "Are you pretending to see some of us?"
That's a good interpretation. But where are they getting it?
I don't know.
Let me hear it. Give me it. I hear the syllables again, you know? All right, one last time. See, man, you guys really hear words though?
Yeah.
I hear words.
I hear some of us clear as day and R.
I don't
Everything
know,
in the
man.
middle.
I hear
I only heard it after I read it. But that's just me. I don't know, man.
It's tough. It's tough to like really discern this sort of shit.
Hey, man, it just maybe I'm just not good at listening to stuff like that. I don't know.
Or maybe it plays back into the whole your brain will create whatever, but if you're reading something, of course you're going to be able to put it
filling
together.
in the blanks.
Because you're looking for it. Of course. Well. It is. No, it is. Because I can, even though I'm not hearing what it's saying, clear as day, I still hear something, and I know it's not them. You know what I mean? So, who knows?
The person who runs the site is Rachel, EVP Experimentation, and Allison, EVP and ITC Experimentation. I have no idea what ITC is.
ITC. I have no idea. What could that be?
I have no fucking idea. But there you go. There was Kent, England, Heaver Castle, Beaver Castle, Pussy Castle. It's pretty interesting. I don't know particularly if I'm like I can hear some of these because like there's some of them that are like clear as fucking day that I can totally interpret, but it just sounds weird. Like it does sound like inaudible, like garble to me. But without somebody pointing that out and my mind filling in the blanks, then what really is there? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. But at the beginning of the pod, I talked about an app you can get where you would ask an entity questions and they come back to you. It's called Paralus. 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 You can literally go in and like ask it questions, and it has words and it can speak up to you on that. And I got that. It took me an hour, but I got it.
I do have one more. Let me see.
Yeah, that's the app, man. That's absolutely the app.
324 was it? 324 in the video. Gary Reed, Unfrequented World. I don't know what kind of channel this guy runs, but I kind of like looked. I was kind of like looking around for different EVPs and shit on YouTube, and this one says. This says, this is the description. My security camera caught an EVP. What does it say? Everyone who listens to this hears a different word or two. I slowed down the EVP to me that is when it becomes clear. I now hear something totally different when I uploaded this. Originally, I heard one word, 2 syllables. After slowing down the audio, I hear 2 words, 3 syllables. I will pin a post after this is up in a few hours to let you know what I hear, but I don't want your bias. I don't want your bias to your listening. The EVP happens at 3:24.
Okay, let's go.
Nah. I don't hear shit. It sounds like...
I just hear muffled interference.
To me, it sounds like his dogs... It sounds like his dogs, like... You know how when dogs step on like a hardwood floor, you hear... Click, 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 click.
Yeah, like the
Right.
It sounds like that. I'm not sure if I particularly believe in this one.
Man, I'm some type of person who needs concrete evidence.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, me too, man.
The only proof is to go out to these hotspot places like you did with the Petoskey. Yeah, the Terrace Inn
in Petoskey, Michigan.
You just gotta go out there and look for it.
Yep.
Here's another one.
That's a kitten.
Yeah, that's a kitten. I like that video.
Wait, was that supposed to be an EVP?
No.
Oh.
I was just being an asshole.
Stupid. Wait, I'm like, come on.
I mean, again, not totally sure I believe in some of the shit. I mean, there's a person called Cedric Production who does, I assume, sound production and stuff. And different sorts of, like, handyman work and shit like that. And, you know, just kind of, like, seems like he's got, like, a vlog and stuff. Like, it's a guy who does, like, sound production and shit. He makes a pretty wonderful video about, like, faking EVP recordings, which is something that you could easily do, like, through any sort of, like, voice software program. You can do it through radios. You could do it through all sorts of shit. So I don't know. Maybe some of these are fake. Maybe some of these are real. I can't be one to say, but at the end of the day, dude, that's EVPs.
Yeah, I mean, it's all perception, but you know, I'm out here. I'm trying to prove some concrete shit.
We out here.
We out here.
Motherfucker.
Next episode, we do a seance at Lewis's dad's house.
Hey, brother, I'll do a seance anywhere you want. Seti, you choose the spot, I will do a seance.
All right.
Bitch, I got you on 12 counts of motherfucker.
If we die, it's for the lulz, to be honest. It's for the shits and gigs.
Hey, man.
We get overtaken by the spirits and then gangbanged by multiple ghosts. Hey, you know, that's just the nature of the game.
Hey, man,
the
Robert,
nature of the
let me
beast,
ask you.
Dude, if I get overtaken by spirits, I'm going to overtake you.
Robert, let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. Over the podcast, on the air.
On the air, dude.
Will you be willing to do a podcast inside of an abandoned place?
In an abandoned place? I don't know, dude. That seems like something we got to get permission to do.
No.
No, you don't
Don't
ask.
trespass. Please don't trespass.
Yes.
don't condone
Yes. Trespass.
it
Yes.
that much.
All the way. Yes. It's fun. It's exploring. That
No,
that was
no,
left
no,
for
no,
you. It was left for you.
I think it was a good episode.
All right, yep. That was EVPs, everybody. Tune in next time. We're probably going to do part 2 to the Mothman shit.
You
I
don't
got some
need
details
permission.
wrong in that episode. And I kind of want to clear some stuff up as well.
Live your life.
Get into a weirder, deeper level to fucking Mothman that not a lot of people know about. People know about the Men in Black stuff. People know about the UFO sightings and fucking Mothman himself. But a lot of people don't know about Injured Cold.
What the hell is that?
I don't
You'll
know,
find
dude.
out.
Find out next time on the next episode.
SpookiBoiz.
SpookiBoiz After Dark.
Did you guys hear that EVP?
That was fun.
What the fuck is that?
Dude,
It was your fantasies.
I-